And now I'd like to ask President Khuri to give his word.
Good evening. You almost got away with it. Had my speech not appeared, I would have been much shorter, but now I'm still going to be short. Good evening, athletes, friends. It's a special pleasure to be with you tonight because you are a unique generation of individuals that are going to see things differently than the way we saw them, but you're still going to see many things in similar ways. The athletes, the coaches, the trainers, the staffs, the families, thank you. Thank you for trusting us with your education, with your kids. You're the heartbeat of this community. And to the Dean of Student Affairs, the Director of Athletics, and our wonderful coaches, your leadership makes nights like this possible. So thank you. This has been a particularly difficult year. I think if I have to go into the reasons, it means you weren't in class or weren't in sports, but you weren't in the country. But you found strength, you found excellence, you found the ability to show up for early morning swim practices, you did post-midterm strength training, you bound injured ankles and knees, and even when you won bronze, with a hamstring wrapped tighter than a shawarma, you showed grace. To be a student athlete is to live a life of balance and ambition. But more than anything, it's a life of discipline and grace. This has been one heck of a year, and a year where you have repeatedly demonstrated that grace. You've represented AUB with pride and with power, from national leagues to international championships, whether in team sports, martial arts, racket games, swimming, track and field, or fencing. You showed the world what fair play and team spirit looked like. All of our eyes are on the FISU 2025 in Germany this July. It's the world's largest university sporting event with 8,500 student athletes across 18 sports. We know that you'll win more than you should, but that when you lose, you'll lose graciously. And I want to talk a little bit about losing graciously in the short time I have left. One thing sports will teach you is that you should win with humility and you should lose with grace. Mia Farrow once wrote that, the great actress that many of you have never heard of, but those in our generation have, she once wrote that life is really about continuing to lose gracefully. Sports teaches you not only to lose gracefully, but to reach with your hand and to congratulate your opponent. That's something I've seen you do countless times in your 3, 4, 7, and in at least one case, 8 years with us. Where's Johnny? I saw him a little while ago. So Johnny is someone I've had the opportunity to get to know over his 8 years, and he's always been gracious. He's won graciously, and he's lost graciously. So he's a role model, and that's what you all are. You are role models. And your job becomes more important. Because for many of us, the choice of living and growing and having families and careers in these, our native lands, in Lebanon and Palestine and Syria and Jordan and Iraq, they were not real choices. I am convinced that you will have that choice. And with those choices, what you learned at AUB as students, as scholar athletes, will make a difference. Because you'll recognize that whoever your adversary is someone that you can defeat, lose to, but always treat with respect. So as you go forth into the world, we are proud of you. Stay connected to AUB. We are your additional family. We clap when you win, but we clap when you lose too. We take the photos. Hassan does, but so do the cell phones. We celebrate your victories and your values, but we also celebrate and share your defeats. Competition builds community. So here's to your grit, your grace, your ferocious commitment to one another, to AUB, and to a better tomorrow for Lebanon and the region. Thank you and congratulations.